All right. Okay, you guys are recording. Great. Thank you for joining, Mr. Dean Carbon Day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So quickly, I just want to let's just go straight to the point on why we are here. And majority of us are here because you want to know how to earn in agriculture passively. Okay. And so I'm going to take you through that in the next few minutes. I'm going to take you through that, and I'm going to be doing justice and also give you an opportunity to see a platform that you can benefit from. Okay. Because beyond knowing how to earn passively in agriculture, you also need to. Okay, great. I just got a message from one of my companies that I manage. Um, I I'll attend to that later, right? So we all need to understand. So I was teaching some of the staff yesterday, and I told them, now talking about laws of money, and I spoke on the law of collaboration. The law of collaboration. I would like to share my screen, if you don't mind. Share screen. Okay, great. So I was talking about the law of collaboration, and one of the things that I stated out was if you are going to live here on earth, then it's wisdom for you to understand the laws that have been put in place for you and I to benefit from. All right. If you have been uh, uh, um, living for the past 20 years and you see that you have been struggling, it's just because you are not taking advantage of these laws. All right. So I just want to talk about the law of collaboration because I think that if we as humans understand the law of collaboration, we will do much more better. Okay, so what does the law of collaboration mean? It means that the law of collaboration is basically collaborating or two entities coming together to achieve a common goal. Two entities coming together where you can maybe can say symbiotic or whatever. Two entities coming together and one is benefiting or the two are benefiting. That's the law of collaboration. The two are benefiting. Sorry, not one is benefiting. Okay, that's parasitic, right? So you don't be parasitic. The two entities coming together and it's a win-win for them. Okay, it's a win-win for them. So, for example, for those of us that are married, you collaborated with the opposite sex for companionship, right? To also procreate, okay, and have fun. Share laughter with someone, share your life with someone, you see, and you realize that that journey that you decide to go on with someone in your life uh, is now making it making your life better, making things easy for you just because you decided to collaborate. All right. So that being said, um, all right, great. The way God created this earth. So one of the things I said was that I was speaking with some persons yesterday in a staff meeting, and I made them understand that you need to understand the law of collaboration for you to prosper on earth. All right. The way God created this earth, you and I we are collaborating with plants. We are collaborating with plants to feed. The plant is collaborating with uh, animals. All right. So the animals, that's why you see that manures. All right. It fertilizes the soil, and the plant is collaborating with that to be able to give us a much more robust, a much more high yield when it comes to yield in our agricultural sector. The plant is collaborating with us because they breathe in the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and they give us the oxygen that we breathe in. Are you seeing that? So understanding the law of collaboration, I understood this 2 years ago, and my finances changed. I tell you, I was not this handsome, right? I was not this fresh. I could not afford some things then, and I'm still young. So it does not matter your age. It just what matters is your understanding. Are you with me? No, see okay, yeah, the way God created this age, you must need to collaborate to make it. The way God created this age, you just must need to collaborate to make it. You cannot afford. Okay? You cannot afford not to collaborate. So I tell my friends and I tell them this. I say that the way God created this planet, even to make heaven, you must know someone. For those of the Christian partners, they will say, you must know Jesus for you to make heaven, you see. If the individual eventually goes to hell, he or she knows someone. The next phase of your life determines on your present collaboration. The next phase of your life determines a lot on your current collaboration. So when a lot of speakers out there tell us that you are the average of your 5 close friends, or show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. What they are basically telling you is, because of this law of collaboration, these people you are moving with or these people you are doing business with, we definitely tell on you, on the trajectory of your life. You and I have limited energy, but we can leverage on the strength of others and earn big when it comes to our finances. Dangote today is not a billionaire because he's the only one doing a job. He has thousands of workers. He's leveraging on other people's time, leveraging on other people's talent, leveraging on other people's know-how. Are you with me? So you need to understand that the sooner you need to understand that the sooner you engage the law of collaboration, the better it is for you. It has nothing to do with your age. The sooner you engage the law of collaboration, the better it is. You can be 22 years old, you can be 29 years old, you can be 52 years old. See, let me tell you something. There's nothing as mysteries. There's nothing called mystery. A man's ignorance is what he calls his mystery that he does not know. So if how a particular thing works is a mystery to him. For those of you that you are on this webinar and you can play the instrument very much, you understand that before you learned how to play the instrument or before you learned how to drive, it was a mystery to you because you didn't know how to do it. Immediately you learned it, you got the knowledge, and it's no longer a mystery. So you see, a man's ignorance is what is calling mystery. The day you get knowledge for that crushes that ignorance, that's the day the mystery disappears. The law of collaboration. And when collaborating, you need to be sure that the person or the entity you are collaborating with is strong enough is strong enough to do the business. Is strong enough as credibility. You don't want to go into business with people or friends that will defraud you. So how does this affect your finances? You see, you cannot be in 7 places at the same time, but your income can come from 7 places at the same time. I want you to take note of that. You cannot. I was speaking in church with my friends some time ago, and I think 2 weeks ago, and I shared with them that the first instance in Luke chapter 6, the first instance of vigil that was recorded that Jesus held, the first instance that was held that Jesus held a vigil, the Bible makes you understand that the next morning he went to pick his disciples. That was how serious it is to pick partners, people that you collaborate with. Yes. And he picked credible people, a tax collector, a skillful fisherman that knew how to do his work. Are you with me? When you do, how many places can you be at the same time? The law of collaboration is key. So before I continue, let me just quickly welcome you guys that are just joining. Thank you for joining, Mr. Olua Tobi Loba. Thank you, Mr. Seyi. That's my namesake. Hello, sir. Thank you, Mr. Oluwamayowa. Thank you, Mr. Dana, Mr. Olatunji. Thank you, Mr. Dane, for joining. So I was just speaking on law of collaboration when it comes to your leverage. God designed the system of earth that you must collaborate to move to find it easy. You only resources that God gave on earth for us to move from the house to the workplace or to the office. You have to collaborate. So it's important that you know that you cannot take away some certain things from your life if you are going to move in a positive direction. So when it comes to your finances, what are you collaborating with? Is it that the only thing you do is collect salary? Why do you have one source of income, but you have diverse sources of outflows? School fees, light bill, house rent, taxi money, Uber, fuel, generator, PHCN, the cook. You have so much outflow, but you have just one inflow. That's not a good strategy for financial prosperity, for your prosperity, for your finances. You need to understand this thing. Who are you collaborating with? What if I say that there are credible companies that you can collaborate when it comes to your finances? One of the credible companies that you collaborate with, you and I collaborate with, is our bank. So the banks, let me tell you the structure of banks. So I studied the structure of bank and I realized that the way bank works is they sell credibility to you and I. They tell us how safe our money is with them so that we can give to them. Then they take that money and go and do business. So they are even collaborating with us. They are leveraging on our money. They are leveraging on our money to do business. Are you with me? So you need to understand how to collaborate with top companies or individuals that you can do business with, or you can give them money and they will do business with. So I was speaking with one of my clients, and let me just introduce myself. Basically, my name is Seyi Oke. I'm an asset manager. I'm an asset. I'm an alternative investment asset manager, and currently I manage a total portfolio of over 650 million naira. And so far, I've been able to meet different people in different areas of life. And I was with someone that did about 30 million naira last week. And one of the things he said was he was speaking on credibility. Okay, he was speaking on credibility, um, and he was talking about how Oxford International Group has shown credibility over the past 4 years. Okay, so you see, unlike other business enterprise that are into business to collect people's money, Oxford is into business to do business. So I remember he mentioned that he saw a particular company that does an investment, and that company offers more returns than Oxford in a shorter period. As a matter of fact, it was a pepper farm for 4 months investment, give you 24%. And so like, you think that is a good idea, blah, 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 and all of that. So I smiled and I said, it's not a bad one. I mean, come on. One of the things I teach my client, or I share with my clients, is for them to understand their fear and their greed factor. All right. So I define fear when it comes to investment as taking cognizance of the risk and neglecting the profit. So he or she is much more focused on the risk. Oh no, this, no, that is a farm investment. What if herdsmen, all of that, fire, all of that, like that. And greed as taking cognizance of the profit and neglecting the risk. So in this case, my client was showing his greed, and I said, okay, so you are talking about the 4 month investment plan. I give you 24%. I said, what that means is that since it is a pepper farm, it means that we, you know very much well that pepper takes 3 months to be planted and to germinate. He said, yes. I said, so if the company collects everyone's money and promise them 24% in 4 months, what happens if at the end of or during the harvest, the yield that they were expecting didn't come? Maybe they were expecting to harvest, say, 3 tons of pepper, but for now that they were able to harvest only 1.5 tons, and they have to sell this pepper. So how would they pay you back, or how would they pay other investors back? How does the company? What's their risk management? What's their risk management? And why did you only pepper when it comes to your asset capitalization? Your asset capitalization profile. What are you doing? Is it only pepper? So he began to think about that, and he saw wisdom that at the end of 4 months, what if they don't get the yield that they expected? What will he do? So let me share my screen back, all right? Let me share my screen because I need to show you guys this. You guys need to see this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Mr. Chuka Emito. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Baba Mystery, Mr. Adeyinka Bodunde. Thank you very much for joining. So I'm not sharing my screen right now. Yeah, great. So it's important that we know that there's a lot of platforms out there, but like I explained, you want to consider two things: your fear and your greed factor. Take a look at the risk involved. Take a look at the profit involved. Is your money of better use being in the bank that gives you 1.25? So I had a friend of mine went to the same university together. So he called me angrily one day and said he has 600,000 in one of his accounts and he just needs to put an investment. And he was so angry. Why he was angry? Because a day before that, his bank sent him an email, and the email read, the interest rate, for the past 1 year. And I think it was 5 naira or something. It was so pissed off. Like, are you serious? So this one has been in this bank for the past 1 year, and you are giving me 5 naira. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm this unwise, right? So you want to make sure that in as much as you have some money kept aside for emergency funds and all of that, you see, the goal is to make money. But the ultimate goal is to make money work for you. So I've been talking about collaboration. You must collaborate with something or an entity for you to move the next phase of your life in any aspect. I don't know if you're still with me. You must collaborate with any entity, with an entity for you to move the next phase of your life. So I just want to share my slide quickly and let's see if it's something you'll be interested in. So uh, my name is Seyi Oke, like I said, and I'm the operations manager and the head of business development for Oxford Partners Blue Orange Group. Oxford Partners Blue Orange Group has a, a client base currently managing a total portfolio of about 1.9 billion naira. And the company has been on for 4 years. It's going to make it the 5th year. As a matter of fact, last year, December, because of the way at which we function and our business strategy, the CEO, Dr. Tenny Adesoya, won the most innovative CEO for the year 2020. You see, we understand how business works, and especially when you're surrounded with intelligent people, you begin to make intelligent decisions, right? You're not just going to make, rational or unnecessary, unsmart or unwise decisions. So the kind of business structure that Oxford employs is what they call precision agronomy. Precision agronomy. What that means is a precision kind of strategy. It means that we will always look for a market before we put out a product. We will always look for a market before we put out a product. So what that means is the pepper farm we currently are running, the ginger farm, the turmeric farm, all of them are actually precise farming. Okay, they're actually precise farming. So sorry about that. I had one of the staff come in to submit a report to me before she closed. So I needed to address that. So as I was saying, Oxford run on precision agronomy. It's for business to move, in a very wonderful direction. It's important that the businessman gets his market before he puts the product outside. A lot of people do business and the business fails because they develop a product first and begin to look for the market. It's a wrong strategy to move if you are a businessman, right? If you understand business. It's important that you first look for a market. Ideas come and go, they fly here and there. But it's important you look for a market, that needs the solution you want to profile. Then product. Okay, so you should be able to have off takers. All right, that's one. Two, the reason why we are into pepper, ginger, and farming in as much as those in themselves are profitable, not everyone is with the product that everyone must take. I mean, so for example, every Nigerian must eat pepper and tomato every single day. I mean, as an African, you just, am I right? You cannot go a day without taking pepper or tomato. As a matter of fact, if you go to New York, some of their restaurants, they have the African sector. So you see, the Western one, they don't eat pepper as much as we do in Africa. All right? They don't eat pepper as much as we do in Africa. So, they're eating their food, but maybe once in a while, you just want to feel the hotness that comes from being or from eating spice, right? They have the set, so you just go there and they will serve you pepper. You will shop pepper, yeah, the hot. All right. So every Nigerian must eat pepper and tomato every single day, right? Yeah. So secondly, our ginger and turmeric farm is basically for exportation. It's basically for exportation, and the way we run it is we're in partnership with Lagos State government. You see. If I can share my screen right now, but so let's do it like this, right? After this meeting, I'm going to share some things on the WhatsApp group. Okay, we're partnering with Lagos State government, and our investment banners are being pasted on BRT buses, the popular Lagos BRT buses. Those big buses that can take about 50 people at once. You see, those kind of buses. Now, have you ever seen any investment company put their investment on Lagos State BRT? No, right? If we are going to put our investment design or product on the Lagos State BRT, then you can imagine the depth of the background check the Lagos State government will do on the company, knowing fully that if the investment goes south, the Lagos State company, the Lagos State can be sued because it is regarded as misleading the public. So you see that. So while I'm in partnership with Lagos State government, as a matter of fact, we are going to have a CSR next week. In some part of Lagos, we are feeding up to, if not more than 10,000 people in part of Lagos. We have CSR in other states, we have in other countries, we have in Chicago happening next month as well. So you see, Oxford is a very much well-known company, both locally and internationally. And people say you are working for 4 years, but we don't know about you that much. And this is it. You see, before now, why our presence is more in the United States is we usually deal with clients in the diaspora. Okay, we usually deal with clients in diaspora because we started as a real estate company, and we realized that a lot of diasporans have gotten their finger beaten. You see, they give family members money to build for them, but when they come back to Nigeria, they realize that there's no building, nothing, no land at all, so they end up staying in the hotel. And you see, something about that is you cannot sue your father. You cannot sue your aunt. You cannot sue your younger brother. You cannot sue your elder brother. The worst you can do is to stop talking with them. All right, get angry and stop talking with them. All right. Sorry. So, and so we're in partnership with Lagos State government, and the reason why is because there's this the kind of species of ginger and turmeric that Nigerians, we plant and we harvest. There's an element in it that is used in perfume. So Nigeria is currently the number one exporter of ginger and turmeric in Africa, and number three in the world. All right, number one in Africa, number three in the world. So it's understandable, right? It's good. Let me make this clear right now. Let me make this clear right now. The ginger market, the world ginger market is valued at $50 billion. The ginger market in the world is valued at $50 billion. And see, Nigeria is number three exporter of ginger in the world after China and India, and number one in Africa. Okay, so it's important to know that I had my billionaire mentor coming to the office this afternoon, and he was talking about a deal that I was trying to strike, about 750 million deal. So he's not in the real estate and agricultural sector. He's in the money market, all of that. And he had this deal with a man that he wants to buy a ship, a full ship, man. And the deal is about 750 million. And he said, Seyi, there are deals everywhere. There are crazy deals everywhere. You just need to know about it and plug into it. So we in Oxford decided to plug into the $50 billion market, and we're not doing that bad. We're not doing that bad. We've been for 4 years and got the working. Now the best part is the fact that this year, in the month of February, Oxford International Group won the fastest growing company. The CEO won the most innovative CEO, and being a winner of the most innovative CEO, he got two major national TV interviews. Two major national TV interviews, and one with TVC and one with Silverbird. Now, the TVC interview held last year. The Silverbird interview held in January. All right, and the reason why the Silverbird interview came in January was to ask him a question. Simple question: You won the most innovative CEO of the year in 2020. The award was given to you by Business Day. Now, if you know Business Day, you know that they are among the foremost business magazines or business media enterprise in Nigeria. Now, the TVC interview was basically to ask the question, in case there's a second wave of COVID-19, now you went through with the first wave that a lot of persons did not anticipate or did not prepare for or did not survive. What would you advise entrepreneurs to do in case there's a second wave? Since you've done it before, what are the things that you employ to do all of these things? And he gave his own opinion on national TV. All right, you see, and you will not request for an interview with someone that doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, so quickly, let's just really go, and I just have a few things to share with you before we round up. I have to apologize on behalf of Mr. Seyi Oke. Unfortunately, he will not be with us in this meeting, and that's because he got a call. Mr. Seyi Oke is one of the executives in the company, all right, executive directors in the company, and he got a call from the chairman. So he's currently in a meeting with the chairman, all right. But as the head of business development, I'm very much available to answer any of your question or anything I need further clarification on, even as we proceed. So quickly, I just want to talk about Oxford International Group. I've spoken about leverage, I've spoken about collaboration. Now, you want to collaborate with Oxford International Group, and you need to know Oxford International Group and what Oxford International Group does. Oxford International Group is a privately owned and internationally recognized firm. Okay, Oxford International Group is a privately owned and internationally recognized firm. Now, what I'm going to do is, even after this meeting, I'm going to share this slide I'm using on the WhatsApp platform. Okay, so you can zoom your screen to read more if you want to read more. And so the best part about this is that the company is recognized locally and internationally. We are regulated by EFCC directly. See, by the time you are managing loads of money over which can sum over um, about 15 billion naira, but very regulated. I mean, we are regulated by Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering, which is a unit under EFCC. Okay, you can copy out that registration, number to confirm what I'm saying. And we have clients, both um, individual clients, we have corporate clients, we have them locally here in Nigeria, we have them internationally outside the country and outside Africa. Like I said, Oxford International started with an international base because we realized that a lot of Nigerians outside the country were beaten by a family because they give their family money to build for them, and the family, the aunt maybe or the uncles squandered the money, all of that. So, and you cannot sue your auntie, you cannot sue your elder brother, you cannot sue your younger sister. So you needed a company that you can, sue in case of any mismanagement of funds. And Oxford International Group was there, and people began to trust Oxford International Group. So that's just a brief about us. And the major thing we do is the group or the company is majorly focused on relationships. So we value relationship more than we look at how we're making money. Tell you that. Okay. We value relationship more than how we're making money. Because for us, relationship is key. Remember, I said that the way God created this earth, you must know someone to move to the next phase of your life. So a lot of relationships have opened doors for us as a company. All right. And even at that, sometimes we have some personal deals. We don't give it outside. We since we have some of the database of our clients, we have a deal, maybe a surveying deal, because we're also in real estate, we have all of that. We look at for our clients. You're a surveyor, can you help us come and survey this land? And the client give us the clients supposedly, we are now his client in that case. For the two parties, even as much as we are also helping you to manage your portfolio. All right. So we have done greatly well since the inception of the company. The company is going to be 5 years today. It's not much about how old you are, but what system you are using to generate money. All right. That's what business of real estate or agriculture. People we always need a place to sleep. People always need food. All right. Now we're not just in agriculture, we are in pepper farm. Every Nigerian must eat pepper every single day. And we currently have over 15,000 clients that we're managing. Like I said, over 15 billion naira we are managing right now, both as for individual clients and corporate clients. Okay. So what we aim to do is realize that, okay, let's go into this system of precision market, of where the market is precise. The market is always in need of this. The demand is always high. All right. And we are doing business there. All right. And that's where the partnership comes between you and the company. You see. So quickly, let me talk about our agricultural sector and what we have to offer in agriculture. So the company's agricultural sector, we go into pepper farm, and to make if you're not watching your screen right now, I'm sharing my screen, so go and watch your screen. And I've explained why we are in the ginger farm, why we are in the pepper farm, and why we are in the turmeric farm. Um, the pepper farm, every Nigeria must eat pepper and tomato every single day. All right, ginger and turmeric. Nigeria is the one exporter of that in Africa, number 3 in the world. And the market value of ginger and turmeric is of the market, right, is valued at $50 billion. And we are number 3 in the world. So imagine how much Nigeria is taking from that. Right? So Nigeria is not only making money from crude oil, as you may think, but we're also making money from agriculture big time. Okay, you know, so the the reason for choosing paper, like I've explained of that, this and that. Let's just go straight. Okay, so how does the agrovest work? So we call the investment in agriculture, we call it the agrovest. So how does it work? And how can you as a client be a part of this? How does the agrovest work? And how can you as a client be a part of this? So currently, we are giving 29% returns in 12 months and 35% in 14 months. All right. But currently, now listen to this. Currently, there is a promo going on that is leading to the Easter promo. So you see, companies, all of this Easter slash, Easter plus, all of that. So we are doing our Easter plus and we're increasing our rates. So for the 12 months, the 12 months is now going for 31%. All right. While the 14 months is now going for 38%. The 12 months is now going for 31%, and the 14 months is now going for 38%. But the normal rate is what is showing on your screen right now: 29% for 12 months and 35% for 14 months. All right. So, and it's important I also state that the farmland are insured. All right, is insured by Leadway Assurance. All right, these farmlands are insured by Leadway Assurance against herdsmen, that fire incident in the farm. Then we also went a step further to insure our farm with Mopo. Insure our farm with Mopo. So what I'm going to do right now is, after this meeting, I'm going to share a link with you of the video of the phase one. Right. So our farmland is in Abeokuta and we're having also in Ekiti State. Okay. And currently, the reason why we are doing crowdfunding is because we can only meet 70% of the market demand. We can only meet 70% of the market demand. So that's why we're doing a lot of crowdfunding, because some of our merchants, they want the ability or the opportunity to be able to buy their stuff from one particular source, not buying different, small slashes like that. Okay. So the farm is insured by Leadway Insurance, all right, or Leadway Assurance, and it's also insured by Mopo. All right, yeah, it's insured by Mopo. Okay, and like I said, we've been doing for the past 4 years. Okay, it's also important I tell you that it is scalable investment. So what I mean is that beyond what you get in your bank, it's much more than that. Beyond what you get in your bank. Okay, you see, beyond getting your bank is much more than that. Okay, and it's 100% insured. So the way the investment works, you can decide to request for, say, your returns that are upfront. Now, permit me to explain that it is not a 14, it is not a 35% monthly investment. No, it does not work like that. I was speaking with a friend of mine, not really, she's not my friend. So she messaged me from Instagram, all right? She wanted to know how the company functions and all of that, all of those questions. And she mentioned that she was having an investment in a company. She didn't mention the name. And the company was giving her, say, 30% monthly. But it was in the agricultural sector, agri-tech. So I asked her, they are giving you 30% monthly. She said, yeah. I said, when did they plant and when did they harvest? When did they sell the farm produce that they are giving you for 30% monthly? Are you sure they're not using your money for forex or MMM? Are you sure they're not MMM? I think you're not MMM. Check well. So I believe that after that discussion, she must have thought through and like, hey, what am I doing? Jesus, hey, my money, all of that. stuff like that. So it's not a monthly 35% returns. Okay, at the end of the period, so there are two ways you can get your returns and your capital. So normally what we do is at the end of the 12 months or at the end of the 14 months, you get both your interest and your capital. But what we now introduced recently is you can now request for your interest as an upfront. So you can say, okay, my interest, pay me as an upfront. Then at the end of the my investment period, you give my capital. So what we did was, if you request for your interest as an upfront, we give you an upfront. Okay. In another 12 months, if it's so much you subscribe for, you get your capital. And you get documents to back all of this up. Your deed of agreement, a position check as an extra security. I will talk about that as I go on with my slide. Yeah, that's my slide. So the minimum investment you can do here is 200,000 naira. Right? The minimum investment you can do with Oxford International Group is 200,000 naira. The minimum investment I will, if you want me to manage your portfolio, I told you that I currently manage a portfolio of 155 million as of January. So currently, I manage a portfolio of 660 million naira. So, and all of this, I give my clients advices on where to put their money per time. Right? So, if you want me directly to manage your portfolio, I would love to manage your portfolio for you. I'll keep talking about all of this, but the minimum I can take from you is 1 million naira to manage your portfolio. Okay. So, I want to also let you know that the investment fees or the process from harvesting, processing, transporting. Like I said, we are off takers. We don't do business with clients' money without having all of these, because we understand that people's money is very precise. Cannot be taking guesswork with people's money, right? So going to the next page of my slide is the real estate sector. I'm going to share of this slide. I think the technical or the media team are having issues with that. So now our real estate sector, what we do is we get more land. So we are into real estate. We sell land and properties and we develop. So our real estate sector currently, we have landed properties in Lagos. We have landed properties in Port Harcourt. We have lands in Ibadan, or your state, generally. We have land in Ogun State, all right? And we actually can spare me a few minutes. I just need to do something right now, all right? Okay. All right. So thank you for waiting. I just need to shut the window. I had some interference there. So I was talking about the real estate sector, right? Yeah. Technical, please. I will appreciate if you can help me with my slide so that I can carry everyone along. It's not good that I'm having this kind of meeting and they're not seeing my slide. All right. So please, our people can work on it as fast as possible. Okay. So I was talking about the real estate sectors and how we have landed properties in Ogun State, Oyo State, Lagos State. We have landed properties in so we have yeah, we must yeah. So we are finalizing our other properties in Abuja. Yeah. So thank you very much. My slide is back up. Please full screen, please. Thank you. Okay. So the real estate sector, we have, estate, we are trying to get more estates in Osun State, Oyo State, Asaba. I should be in Asaba this week. We are trying to close deals. One of the things we do in Oxford is we don't sell land until we have finalized all our paperwork. So I'll be in Asaba this weekend. We have before make sure now we sell land. What we do is now if we are selling land, we must always buy land to always remain in business. Okay. So what we do basically is once we give us you invest in our real estate sector, we go get more land and we sell it. Now we have over 5,000 sales helping us selling this thing with the majority of them in Lagos. All right. So you have 5,000 people trying to sell 36 estate locations. Come on, you should be sure that they're going to sell it off. All right. So real estate sector gives you 29% in 12 months and 45% in 16 months. Okay. And all of these also work just the way agricultural sector works. Right. You get to either request for your for your returns on an upfront, or you wait till the end of the investment tenure to get your capital and your interest. Now, why we do that is we give you everything so that you can be the one to decide whether you want to roll over or not. All right, I'll talk more on that as we go on by. We have the oil. Now, the oil invest is a special kind of investment with a company. Now, the oil invest is one of the fast moving investment currently right now, but unfortunately, the oil invest is only people that already have an investment with the company. Okay, what that means is that you cannot just come to me and say, I want to put money in this oil invest. No, you must first put the money in another. You will get. All right. Let's talk more about it. So why is Oxford going to the oil sector? Now, it's important we state that we all agree that the oil sector is one of the fastest growing sectors. One of the money, where there's money, right? So you get now. We are not doing offshore, right? We are doing retail, right? What we do is, so currently what we have is we have polling stations. Currently, we have 25 polling stations in Lagos. And as well as how some investors in the Enugu last 2 weeks, and we're just sharing thoughts, and I made them understand that. Imagine if you are you have a filling station and you bought fuel at a particular price, then the next day you wake up and you're selling the fuel at 160 naira, right? The next day you wake up and they are telling you that the fuel is now 200 and something naira. And you're like, whoa, see cash out, yeah, man. I'm getting like almost 50% profit extra, all right, on how profitable that system is. So, the market is one of the most profitable sectors in our Nigerian economy. Yes, we agree to that, one of the most, okay? And because we are trying to have, footprint in some of these locations or some of these sectors, it's time to go retailing. Okay, so the oil invest works as ROI reinvest. Now, for you to put your money in oil invest, you have to now say, okay, I'm putting in 10 million naira in this particular investment. I'm expecting 45% return. I'm expecting 45% return at the end of 16 months. All right, instead of giving me 45%, put into the oil invest. That's the way you can put your money in oil invest. Taking your upfront and putting into oil invest. Okay, that's the way you can control. So let's talk more about, so how can you be a part of, how does it work? We call it ROI reinvest, and how can you be a part of this? All right, I'm running up soon. This last part. So like I said, that you cannot just come and say you want to put money to it. What happens is that you must have pushed, or you must have subscribed to our investment products plans, either the 5% in 16 months, or 39% in 12 months, or 35% in 14 months, or 29.5% in 12 months for the best real estate. So it's from the upfront you will now use to, put into the invest. Now, after subscribing for this, now let me explain how it works. When you subscribe for the oil vest, now the oil vest gives you 70% in 2 years. Listen, I'm saying again, 70% returns in 2 years. What that means is at the end of 2 years, what you put into it, capital and 7% profit. But this is how it works. See? So once you put in a capital amount in the oil vest, you out of 30% an upfront. So you are being paid your ROI, 50% of that 7, you are paid 35% upfront. Then you get your capital after the first 12. Then after the first month, then at the end of the second 12 months, the second year, you get the remaining 35%. So you got 70% and your capital. Did you get that? So let me take it again. When you put money into the oil vest, which gives you 70% in 70% upfront. Right. Then after 12 months, before 12 months, you get your capital. Then at the end of the second 12 months, which is the second year, you get the remaining 35%, making it the total of 70% plus your capital. So let's do an example, right? Let's do an example quickly. So if a customer was to invest, say, 100 million naira, that gives 35% in 14 months. So the client feels, okay, no, so instead of giving my 35 to do oil place, so the client decides to put that 35 million naira, so 35% of 35 million naira, right? So it's like 35 million naira into oil based. That gives 70% in 24 months. Right? So if the person puts 35 million naira in 2 years, the person will have gotten both 35 million naira and 24.5 million naira. That's 70% of that. No, so but the way this works is that your 70% will be split into 2 years. So you get 35% of from that 70%. That means you get 12.250 million naira as an upfront. Then at the end of the first year, you get your 35 million naira back. You remember that you did an investment of 100 million with 14 months, so you're going to get that capital back. Then after taking your 35 million naira back from the oil invest, you now get a balance of 35%, which is the balance of 12.250 at the end of the second month. You get that? Let's take it again. I put 100 million naira into AgroVest to receive 35% 14 months. But instead of taking that 35%, I decided to take that 35%, which is 35 million naira into OilVest. Now I'm expecting a total sum of 24.5 million naira at the end of 2 years, plus my capital, which is 35 million naira in OilVest. So it gives me 12.25%, which is half of the 70%. Then after the first year, they give me my 35 million. Now remember, it is on the same day that you made that transaction that just gave us the 100 million. So 2 months to get 100 million. And then the second year, I get my balance of 35% of the 70%, which is my balance of 12.250 million. Did you get that? I'm sure you did. But if you don't, yeah, please, you can request for a personal call. I'm going to call you personally from the group chat. Just request for a personal call. Give me a call. I'll explain to you. Or you want me to send to my um, executive to the office for one-on-one discussion, or you want me to come and discuss, there's no problem. You can just send a message on the WhatsApp platform. I'll respond to that. All right. Now, so why should you invest in our oil lives, right? The possibilities, in creating this, you understand very much that the oil market is a booming market. I mean, come on, you're going to make loads and loads of money. I mentioned earlier that it's important that you collaborate to move to the next of your life. Okay, I mentioned that earlier. So you want to, because see, as you are, there's little technique. Can you afford to take the risk of having 25 outlets in the oil industry? You know it takes to have license in the oil sector, but what if you can give them some persons the money and you can give them the money, manage the risk, manage the business, 2 years to get capital and you might feel it is small, but come on, you've not used time and your money is working for you. All right, so like I said, you're not going to offshore, we are opening stations. So how do you become a partner with Oxford? All right, 3 simple steps. Meet with the company, start with the community, you can make the week, all right, fill an investment, okay, and make payment to the company's account. No staff has the right to receive payment with his own account. All right, no staff has the right to receive payment with his own account. So every account, every information is here right now. Fill the investment form. Or if you have an investment form, you can request on the WhatsApp platform, be sent to you, you fill it, send it back, you make payment to the company's account. In fact, after payment is made, you get a confirmation mail from the company stating the investment, how much you did, duration of the investment, and so on and so forth. Now, after that, 10 to 15 working after that, with your deed of agreement and your dated check. Now, let me explain it to you, right? You have a deed of agreement, legal seal. Legal seal, right, carries your name, the amount you did, all of those deed of agreement stuff, then you also get a completed check. A completed check is given to you for 2 reasons. Number one, because of the size of our customer base, we want to make it easy for the accounting department to so write a completed check in your name, carries your capital interest if you are paying for the duration of your capital interest of the completed check carries your name of the just bank and cash it. All right. Even if you buy your account officer know, you snap the check and send your account details. We cancel the check from here and we debit you or we credit you standard, we credit you directly, right? We credit you from the company. Okay. So and that's why we give the completed check is an extra for you. You see, it's a law that it's a criminal offense to give a double check. It's a criminal offense to give a double check. SEC will be on your case. And like I said earlier, at the beginning of the training or the meeting, that we are under special, we are regulated by EFC themselves, correct? Let me see if I can go there. We are regulated by EFCC Okay, I read by EFCC. And right there, I will share this slide with you, you go through it yourself. I'm also going to share the company's brochure with you. You want to be able to know who are the persons managing the company. You want to know the management behind the company. You do your due diligence as well before you collaborate with any company. All right. So that being said, you think you are any question for me? So please get any question about the investment and any other thing. You need something to clarify. Can you please indicate a chat room? And you'll be unmuted if you want to speak. I'll mute you. Or the category will mute you. You ask a question, and you'll be given clarification. If you want to type them. So I'm waiting for our question. I'm waiting for a question. We've got questions. No question. Okay. I'll get Baba raised. And so, technical, can you please unmute for chat? Thank you. If you mind. Unmute your mic, please, so that you can hear your question.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Well, I think
You want to kind of understand that there will be a month until at the end of that year.
Okay.
You said it should be
Okay, so
I
think you have a bit about the issue.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, so I think you have a little network issue, but I think your question is number one, a bit of network issue. That end of the investment period, you get money or the client will get his or her money back. Also,
just need to go and not pay me. And it was going to just be all over the news. One, two, a company that does not know what he or she is doing, we don't win the fastest growing company, we don't win. Yes, is like the design Lagos. Company that does not know what he or she is doing, the CEO may be most innovative school, all right. But most importantly, let me also tell you that the company's asset capitalization is worth over 21 billion. That's if you were to sell all our properties that we have in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in Ogun State, or your state, our properties, both landed properties and our buildings, our offices. But then you sell everything, all our assets, you would get 21 billion naira from that. So we've been able to always pay, and we've always been because we know that our asset valuation increases. There's a reason why we are using properties as asset, for securities also, because as the year goes by, the asset valuation increases at the same time because let's also increase. So number one, I want you to understand that the company has been increased for the past 4 years, and if there was any form of non-payment or whatever, you will heard about it. You can Google right now and search for it. Right? I say that you not see any. Okay? So, that reason why the company is paying is the reason why our pepper farm is not 4 months, like I earlier said. Our pepper farm is 12 months. Pepper takes 3 months to be planted and germinate. So it means that if you give us $1 million, it's very much possible that maybe we are expecting to harvest 4 tons of pepper or 5 tons of pepper. It's very much possible that because of the natural, the terrain, or the atmospheric, whatever, that period, we might just harvest 2 tons instead of 5 tons. It means that what we expected, we didn't get as much as what we expected. You get what I'm trying to say? That's why they are making it a 1-year plan, so that by the time we do the first time, if you didn't get any more, before the end of the year, we'll have at least 4. So by the time you use your money 4 times, you can rest assured that make profit from it. As a matter of fact, we have 15,000 plus customers right now in our portfolio. I am managing a portfolio of 660 million. And the about this is 5% of our current client base, they are young clients. It means they have done business talk before. They've done business talk before. Always come back. See, you only want to go back to those that you trust, right? And some of the 45% are the first 45% are return clients. 25%, are people that were referred to us by those of our return clients. So it means they've done business because they referred their friends, they brought in their cooperative societies and all of that. So, sir, like I said earlier, for the past 4 years we've been doing this, and if you've not been paying, you can be rest assured you see it on the news, you see it on TV, you go on Google and you see it. Okay, so the assurance is that we have been paying, the assurance is that we have a good client relationship, the assurance is that we have 45% of people that have done business with us come back and they refer 25% again to us, come and do business, all right? And so much. I even have some friends in the bank that they advise their clients to put the money in Oxford instead of leaving it in the bank in the deposit. Give them 8% at the end of the year instead of give it to Oxford and get 29% at the end of the year. So I think that might be enough to answer your question. If that was your question, you're having a lot of network issue. Was I able to answer your question? Can it be started? Can it be stated on the form that investment amount will be paid back if the investor wants to call it after? Yes. So part of what is on the deed of agreement is there's an opportunity for termination. All right, there's an opportunity for termination. So yes, you can request for your, so you have to let us know early. Let me tell you how it's stated on the deed of agreement right now. You have to tell us 3 months before you need the money, or well, whenever you tell us you need the money, you just like that. And I'm going to lose 10% of the capital. The doing is a capital intensive business. We are putting money down in agriculture and real estate. It's not as if we are trading like that. Right. So even if you are taking out money from your fixed deposit, there will be a penalty on it. I have a personal saving like that, automatic, and you're stated there. If you're going to just withdraw it beyond your withdrawal date, some amount should be lost of that. So it's normal stuff in the financial institution sector. So yes, you can request for your money back, but you have to, it's going to take a period of 3 months. And you lose 10% of the capital. Yeah. Thank you very much for that question. So he sent the question to me directly, that's why I can read it. He said, can it be stated on the form that the investment amount will be paid back if the investor wants to call it quit after a period of time? And like I said, yes, you can request your money back. Thank you very much, sir, for that question. Would there be any question? So what I'm going to do right now is, after this meeting, I'm going to go on the WhatsApp group chat. I'm going to share some things that will help you do your due diligence. So you need to know more about Oxford. Are these people genuine? So I'll share some things with you, some link which you can go online and check it. You read it, you see all of those things. And when you're ready to start your investment, you can always send me a message. I'm one of the admins, Seyi Oke, guy on blue suits, and I will put you through on how to do investment. You can also society, or you want me to come and speak to you, you want me to come to your office and speak to you, there's no problem, I can do that. Or I can come and speak to your cooperative society, or your society of friends, or all of that, and we do business together. All right, would there be any question again, so I can call this meeting close? Thank you very much for joining on the way from Lagos, Nigeria, here in my office. Thank you very much. You are the island, the mainland, Lekki. Thank you from Lekki. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You're joining from Abuja. Thank you from the north. Yes, I'm seeing someone. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining. In the absence of any other question, please note that I'm always a WhatsApp message away from you. If you need any clarification, whatsoever clarification you need, I'm a WhatsApp message away from you. In the absence of any other question, I'll call this meeting a close. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful night rest. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So yes, this meeting is recorded, and I'll be posting the recorded version of the presentation after this meeting. Yes, I'll be posting it. It will be posted tonight. Thank you very much, sir.